growing up.
It wasn't so much that I lost interest. A lot of it came from I was watching a lot of telly cooking programmes, and all the cooking now is not English old-fashioned cooking. No, and in the end you lose how to do it, and you think, oh, I can't cook like that because everything's got so much more flavour now. But I still, out of all that foreign stuff, I still think if you get a decent English meal, it's lovely.
Yep.
No, I used to do roast dinner every single Sunday. Wouldn't miss, would you? Years ago.
Yeah.
Apple pie.
Fish on Friday.
Fish on Friday.
Really? What did you used to cook like the children? Like,
My children was pretty good. I mean, I didn't cook things that I really knew that they didn't like, but then I didn't have a lot of money, so it had to be what I knew we'd eat. And they didn't have snacks things because that was too expensive.
Did you make breakfast, lunch, and dinner, or did you? Just
well, they didn't really. I'm talking about school time. I suppose there was stuff for breakfast, but I can't remember breakfast. And they used to have school dinners or packed lunches, whatever. But I always cooked in the evening because Grandad worked all day, obviously, and he wanted a Sunday. I mean, Andy always stayed at school dinners. All his schooling up to a certain age, he had school dinners.
Yeah,
but he still had a dinner every evening because I cooked a dinner. So he had 2 dinners a day, which was just as good as eating bits and pieces, really.
If you don't snack, having 2 dinners,
that's better, really, isn't it? So I don't know what he actually had at
school. I did that
school.
with my girls. They had their tea when they come home. You know what I mean? 'Cause they had their dinner at school, so it was tea when they come home.
No, I don't think Simon had dinners much, and Laura. But anyway, I know Andy did. Do you mind? And
what was the things you normally used to make?
What I used to cook, oh blimey, toad in the hole, shepherd's pie,
I'd do
roast dinner on a Sunday, not in the week.
Eat the Yorkshire pudding and not the sausage.
Yeah.
Spaghetti bolognese.
Did I used to do bolognese?
Of course.
That must have been a bit later on then. Yeah, spaghetti bolognese, lasagna. Used to make lasagnas,
No,
didn't
I?
I?
Never done that.
Lucky.
Ham, egg and chips.
Sometimes we had that sort of meal, but most of it was proper dinners. Do you know, I can't remember now. We used to have, I used to remember Sundays, I spent most of the day in the kitchen, used to have the roast dinner and dessert, make a pie or put all that sort of thing. And sometimes I used to make something for the evening then, or sometimes I'd do it later. And you'd do all that, you'd clear all away, you'd eat your dinner, you'd clear it all away, because nobody helped, did they? Clear it all away, wash down all everything from making all that mess that you've made, and then you just sit down and someone goes, what's for tea?
Yeah, ooh.
And if you're just going to sit down and have a nice cup of tea, then I'd go out there and I'd either make sandwiches or something, or a quiche. I used to make a quiche.
No, never done
I started to make pizzas when they first started, but I made it my own way. I used to make the dough in a big tray and then put the stuff in and put it in the oven, you know, not like they do pizzas. But I used to make pizzas like that, didn't I, if you remember?
Pizzas?
That sausage and mash, onions, liver and bacon.
No, my girls wouldn't eat
They're not,
bacon.
none of them are that.
Do it, but they didn't like it.
No.
I remember Dad talking about how Andy used to eat. I couldn't sit like.
He always said the yum
opposite
yum
him.
yum yum yum
Really?
yum.
Where
I think he still does.
Yeah.
Did you have set seats at the dinner table or not?
No, not really.
Did you not?
Well, maybe we did automatic. I don't stop and think, do you?
We
just
have
sit
set
down.
seats on the sofa at Mum's. Mum sits in the corner, Barry sits in the corner.
I think you do in the lounge on chairs. You seem to have your favourite, don't you?
I have the same seat where I sit on your table.
I can't sit at a table and eat a meal though on my own.
No.
I get so depressed.
Mind you, I don't do that anyway, but yeah, I suppose
it's a feeling of sitting at a table on your own. It sounds lonely. On your lap in front of the telly is different. I used to hear people doing it years ago. My Aunt Vi used to say, and she never sat at a table, and
No,
she
just stick it on a
she
tray,
stopped
innit?
having dinners as well, and she'd have desserts. She'd sit and eat great big desserts, but it's funny how you change when you're on your own.
I prefer sitting on a big table by myself. I like it.
Yeah, but you see, when you've cooked for a family, and you've cooked for someone for 40 odd years, to suddenly be left on your own and you're at this table that's always been a summer family thing, you know. Yeah.
True. We had set seats at Dylan's house, which I felt was so weird.
My sister, which was my second home really, my Iris, loved going to my Iris. I took Peter there when he was 17, and we regularly went and visited. We even spent half their honeymoon there. She had just a council house, and she was, in my eyes, my Iris was perfect. I know no one is perfect, but if anyone can be perfect, it's her. You know, she could knit, she could sew, not dramatically, not one of these people who do it as a, she could do that. She'd cook anything and everything. I mean, her son used to bring her in bloody hares, she'd do jugged hares, she made wine. You bring it in, or you give her something, pheasant, anything, she'd cook it. And her cooking was to die for.
Yeah.
Apple pies, all the ordinary food again.
Yeah.
Well, that's how we learnt really. And but her house was so. She had one of these houses that was, what was the old saying? It was. She had a poster actually. Her daughter gave her. My house is clean enough to be healthy, but dirty enough to be happy.
Yeah.
She didn't mind if you left things around, came in and slung your coat on the side and all that. But it was absolutely spotless. And I used to love opening her kitchen drawers and her sideboard drawers because the linen always smelt lovely and all that sort of thing. And you know, when she moved, when she got older and she came out of the council house and went in a place to live, different place, I went and saw her on the last. Cried my eyes out, didn't I? Because she was moving out of this house and all these things I'd remembered from the time I was my dad died when I was 9, so me and my mum used to go and see her because she'd left home then. She was she worked with the GRA, the kennels.
The age difference between you two then?
10 years between us and 13 between my other sister.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's quite a big gap, isn't it?
But I loved going to my Irises. Yeah.